Hey guys, welcome to Tech Ginger. So today we are going to be looking at the stack data structure. So I'm going to explain how it works, and we are going to be looking at an implementation of it in JavaScript. So let's go. Okay, so a stack is a data structure that follows the last in first out or LIFO principle. This means that the last element added to the stack is the first one to be removed. So you can think of this like a stack of plates where you can take the top plate off or add a new plate to the top. Okay, so let's look at how this works. We have over here a class stack, and we have various methods. So the push, pop, pick is empty, size, and print. So these methods are methods that are related to working with stacks. So you use these methods to actually manipulate your stack. Okay, so let's start off. So I'm going to create a constructor, and this constructor is going to have a property this.items, which is going to be initialized to an empty array. So this is basically the array we are going to be working with and manipulate it to be a stack. Okay, so the first method is push, and push adds an element to the top of your stack. Okay, so let me implement that. So let me say push element, and then say this dot items dot push, and push in the element. So that's it. Basically, we have taken this element and we have pushed it into the stack. Okay, so pop removes and returns the element from the top of the stack. So with pop, you actually remove the element and you return the element. Okay, so let's implement that. So pop, and say if. Okay, so let me explain something before I continue. So with pop, you actually have to check if the stack is empty before you are able to remove stuff. So because you can't remove an item from something that doesn't exist or something that is empty. So you first have to check if it is empty before you try to remove the item at the top. Okay, so let's do that check. So I'm going to say if this dot is empty, then let me invoke this and say return. So if it is empty, we say the stack is empty, nothing to pop. Else we will just return this dot items dot pop. Okay, so I've not implemented this is empty method yet. I'll be implementing it over here. Okay, so pick is the next method, and what pick does is that pick actually returns the elements from the top of the stack without removing it. So with pop, you remove the item from the stack. With pick, you just return the element at the top of the stack without removing it from the stack. Okay, so we just simply do that by saying return this dot items dot length equals to sorry we say this dot items, and then we pick the item at the top, this dot items dot length minus 1. So we pick the last element in the array, so definitely that's going to be the top of the stack. So we just return this. Okay, so let's move to the is empty method, where we say is empty, and then we just say return this dot items dot length equals to 0. So if the length of the items array is equal to 0, that means our stack is empty. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Okay, so we move on to the size. So we are basically just returning the size of the stack, and we can do this by saying return this dot items dot length. So we get the length of the array, this dot items array. Okay, and we move on to the last one, which is the print method, and we can do this by saying print and say console.log this dot items dot, I want to join it with an empty space, so I'll say this. Okay, so we are done with the various methods of the stack. So this is how we implement a stack in JavaScript. So now let me try and run this, and let me see. Let me copy an example I have over here, and then let's try to see if it works. Okay, so we are basically initializing an instance of our stack. So we say const my stack is equal to new stack, and then we say my stack dot push to push in elements. So we are pushing in 10, pushing in 20, and pushing in 30. Okay, so over here we just log out stack element, and then we call our print method that we have to print out the elements in the stack. Then we try to call the pick method, we call the pop method, and then we print again to see what is remaining in the stack. So let me run this. Let me say node, say stack. Okay, so we have it over here. So we are basically pushing in just 3 items, and then if we print out the stack, we have 10, 20, 30. And over here, if we say my stack dot pick, so we get a top element which is 30. So top element is 30 over here. If we say my stack dot pop, then we remove the top element which is 30, and we return that which is over here. So we do stack after pop. Remember, we are saying that if we pop, that means we have removed the item. So over here we are just left with 10 and 20. Okay, so that's the implementation of a stack. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are new over here, please make sure to subscribe to this channel and like, and also comment on some of the stuff that you like to see, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.